Hello everyone, this is going to be a video about modules and the best damage type for each category. So we'll start with our primary. For primary, the best damage types are kinetic and energy. Their ability for kinetic is decreases dispersion and allows you to shoot without spending ammo. And you can keep shooting even when you have 0 ammo in your clip. With energy, it increases the damage and it pierces the target, so any enemy behind will also receive damage if it's in the line of path. For the subtypes, these two are the best. This one is pretty much useless. This will decrease the dispersion of your shotguns and it will increase their range. So it depends on you. If you want more spread, remove this and equip this. If you don't mind the spread reduction, then just let it stay there. So let me show you the difference of range. So right now I don't have the dispersion, so I'm gonna go back up to the wall and shoot the dummy in the middle. Right now it doesn't reach. It can reach those, but it cannot reach the one in the middle. Now if we equip the dispersion reduction, let's go back to the wall. It can now reach. So it does have its uses. Less spread, but more range. For your backup, magic and kinetic are the best for this category. Your kinetic will give you the ability to land only critical hits for a certain amount of time. Your magic will recover your health after landing a critical hit. And this is a passive, so you don't need to activate the module combination. It's always active. And for the subtypes, these two, well, this is the best one. Critical chance, always equip this. And you can switch between these two. This is good for backups with a lot of ammo capacity, and this is a good one for low capacity, since it will increase your reload speed. So backups with low capacity will take advantage of that, since you'll be reloading constantly. Now, or something else, if you have pulling sucker and you activate this ability, there's a chance that when the orb hits a surface or any wall, you will get pulled along with it. So this is the pulling sucker. If you activate that ability with this, it will give you a chance to get pulled with the ability. For your melee, the best types are energy and magic. This will increase your movement speed after a kill, and this will give you a barrier, a shield, for a short amount of time. It makes you immune to all damage except damage from other melees. For your support modules, these two are the best. This increases your movement speed slightly. It's not very noticeable, but it's still better than nothing. This increases your overall damage radius to the sides, but not to the front. So it won't increase its range, but it will increase its radius. Let me show you an example of that. Okay. So this is without a damage radius. So just to show you that it doesn't increase the range, so I'm right here. So right about here. That's its range. Now its radius. So right now it didn't hit. It's not hitting right there. Now if we equip damage radius. Okay, now let's test the range again. Okay, never mind, it does increase the range apparently. A slight bit. Yeah, increases the range as well, never mind. I take that back. Okay, now for the radius, it mostly increases the radius to the sides. Now watch this. So from here, I'm hitting the wall and I'm also hitting the dummy. That's how much it can increase the radius. Okay, that's enough of that. For your special, you'll want to be using energy and magic. Magic will deal lightning damage to players around you. It cannot one-shot, but it does slow down players, and it can hit multiple players. For your energy, you get sticky mines. If they are high enough level, mine do 70 damage each. It can one-shot with 3 mines, I believe. And for the module subtypes, the best ones are reload speed and effects duration. This will increase the damage, well, not increase, it will increase the duration of poison, bleed, and fire damage, as well the effects of slowness, blindness, and other effects. Kinetic is only useful for specials with a low ammo capacity, because they will activate this ability. Let me see. This one. And this ability only activates after you empty the clip. So it won't activate when you reload. For sniper, the best damage type is magic, since it can give you X-ray. And these two, well, this is the second useful, but magic is the best type for your sniper. This will give you invisibility, but only if you're not moving. It's useful for accompanying tasks or challenges that require you to be invisible, but it will only count if you use snipers that have the laser effect or shoot lasers, because all other snipers have a slight shooting delay, not shooting delay, a slight travel time, and it will not count because the moment you shoot, you will immediately turn back invisible again. Laser snipers are faster than when you turn invisible. For the subtypes, zoom in the best for scope, and these two don't really matter. I don't see a difference when I have them on. So zoom does work, but these two I believe they do not work. Now for your heavy, all of the damage types are good. Magic gives you a shield that protects you from all area damage, even from primary, backup, special, and sniper. And some melees. It will also protect you from some of them. Kinetic will do a small explosion after you die. And energy will throw a small rocket that follows players. It can one shot, and depending on what heavy you're using, it will take their effects. For example, This heavy does fire damage. If your rocket didn't one shot, it will deal fire damage over time, the same as the heavy. For your subtypes, the best are is this one that increases your damage radius. It does increase the damage, but it does increase the radius. You can switch between these two if you don't mind um, the ability. Then I'm recommending using this, or this one if your rocket speed for your heavy is super slow. This is a better option. So you'll mostly be switching between these two. For your armor, this depends on what the other players are using. So if you have defense for kinetic, it will only defend against kinetic. If your kinetic level is lower than their kinetic damage type, they will still deal a little bit more damage of kinetic. But if your kinetic defense is higher than their damage type, it will negate all of the module damage, and it will only deal the base damage of the weapon. For the subtypes, the best ones are these two. This will hide your name at a certain distance, so it makes players harder to see you, and it removes the outline at long range. This does work, but again, it's a very small difference in speed. It's barely noticeable, but it does work. And this is armor regeneration. It's not the best, but it can save you from damage over time weapons. Some other things that am I missing? I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, something else. Backups that have critical damage, it will stack along with this one. So it's their critical damage plus the percentage of this one. And that's everything. I believe so. Yeah, and some quick information. Demon Catcher can pass on its attribute of more damage to the cursed to heavy weapons that have cluster bombs. But only the clusters will get the effect. So if you get a direct hit from a cluster, it won't activate. It's a bug that's currently happening in the game, but it's not consistent, so don't depend on it too much. Oh, last thing, if you shoot this twice, any weapon that has the attribute to turn the enemy into something else, for example this pistol, this, and this, if you shoot twice, any of those, and switch to your heavy, and use this ability, it has a chance, the rocket has a chance to turn the enemy into whatever weapon you use of this. So you shoot this twice, then activate this ability. And that's everything for modules. If there's anything I missed or any doubts, let me know, and I'll try to answer it.